Okay, flash round. Who do you prefer, Coin Bureau or Andre G? Invest Answer or Andre G?
Andre J.
Altcoin Daily or Andre G? Is there anyone better than Andre?
Yes, my
Hi, Yo, Jemmy. I got some questions for you. How many crypto YouTubers do you like? Really? Can you name a few? Okay, flash round. Who do you prefer, Coin Bureau or Andre G? Invest Answer or Andre G?
Andre J.
Altcoin Daily or Andre G? Is there anyone better than Andre?
Yes, my
Hi, Yo, Jemmy. I got some questions for you. How many crypto YouTubers do you like? Really? Can you name a few? Okay, flash round. Who do you prefer, Coin Bureau or Andre G? Invest Answer or Andre G? Altcoin Daily or Andre G? Is there anyone better than Andre? Yo, Jemmy. I got some questions for you. How many crypto YouTubers do you like? Really? Can you name a few? Okay, flash round. Who do you prefer, Coin Bureau or Andre G? Invest Answer or Andre G? Altcoin Daily or Andre G? Is there anyone better than Andre? Yo, Jemmy. I got some questions for you. How many crypto YouTubers do you like? Really? Can you name a few? Okay, flash round. Who do you prefer, Coin Bureau or Andre G? Invest Answer or Andre G? Altcoin Daily or Andre G? Is there anyone better than Andre?
Yes.
Tucker Carlson is in Russia.
Hi, Yo, Jemmy.
Hi.
I got some questions for you.
Shoot.
How many crypto YouTubers do you watch?
I watch one of them.
Really? Can you name a few?
Invest Answer, Andre J. Coin Bureau, Ox Mining. I expect Coin Dailies.
Okay, flash round. Who do you prefer, Coin Bureau or Andre G? Invest Answer or Andre G?
Andre J.
Altcoin Daily or Andre G? Is there anyone better than Andre?
Yes, my
Despite all
Generate figures as much. Generate figures as much as these, or even these. Dedicating only 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday, without having to risk any of your money starting with zero.
It was like that fight.
Literally, only 1 hour a day, risking none of your money. And that is exactly what I'm going to show you inside this video. I'm going to be explaining to you the basics, literally like if you're going to be starting from 0 all the way to 100. You don't even have to know what a forex pair is, a pivot, what it's for, nothing. I'm going to take care of you in this video. And I'm even going to explain how I took some of these winning trades that generated figures just like these for me. This video is for you if you're looking to learn the most profitable skill ever. You want to start a business with little.
Okay, I just got off a very awesome Discord call. There we go, fixed. I just got off an awesome Discord call. So guys, I'm gonna talk about a subject that I think is very popular and also very helpful. And I will be talking about these 4 amazing tickers. Now, I personally do not invest with these, but we can come in with a different view, or I can come in with a different view to see how it can help you. So first thing off, we're gonna look at JEPQ. And why is that? It's not a bad thing, because like if you're looking at a long-term perspective, and it just came out in, let's say, May of 2022, and you can see that, you know what, it is up from this low by 12 bucks. And if you dollar cost average into this, it has done pretty darn good. Now let's look at some of the returns. Look at some of the details on Yahoo Finance. So when it comes to JP Morgan Nasdaq Equity Premium Income ETF, or remember JEPQ to be in some detail. So their year-to-date total returns up to 4.72%. Also, their yield is at 10.02%. And I will go into their dividends in a second. And here is some of the news that comes out for this fund. Now, let's look at some of the funds seeks to achieve this objective by 1, creating an actively managed portfolio of equity securities comprised of significantly of those included in the fund, benchmark, NASDAQ. So we got a lot of things in here. We got selling call options with exposure of the benchmark is non-diversified. So you have an options strategy that pays out some pretty steady dividends. Let's look at some of the holders in this. So they're in 83.59% stocks. And in them, you can see how much in the consumer technology. So they're technology heavy, obviously, but you see some of their holdings: Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, Nvidia, and Tesla. Tesla being at 2.9% and the rest being a lot more heavier. And if we go through here, we can see if they have any government bonds. They don't have any of these. And we can see the current options. So if you're looking at jumping into JEPQ, look at some of these options in here to see what they're going for their calls and their puts, and to give you like a better understanding of how they pay out. Let's go to their first dividend thing. All right, here, give me a second. So we're looking at their dividend off of Market Watch. We're gonna get rid of these right here. Go to the daily, we're going to candlestick, and we're going to add dividends. Now, you can see that the dividends is kind of out there, it does spread out, but if you compare it to the chart, you can see that it does do pretty good with this dividend in the last, I'll say, year or so. Let's kick it back even further. We go to the 5-year, so let's do 3-year. As the equity has been increasing, yeah, it has been downtrending, but you're still getting appreciation and a constant dividend. So this has been pretty good so far. Now, when I personally buy at this point, you know what? If I had to dollar cost average in, buying once a month or twice a month, you know, bi-weekly, it can be a pretty good plan, as long as it stays on its current path and the dividends keep rolling in. Now, if it does drop and they pay a higher dividend, it might just balance out as even. But this is like an easy review of this stock. I'm sorry, of this ETF. And you can go through here on the NASDAQ and break down this dividend history. You guys want more of an explanation of it. And they paid so far an annual dividend of $4.10. So $4.10 on this right here is pretty darn good. So you have something that's going to be constantly paying on a monthly basis. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. And if with that cash flow, you guys can be dumping into other assets, or cycling back into there. So now let's look at DIVO. This is DIVO. This is an enhanced dividend income strategy ETF. Overall, the chart, if you bought just in general, sitting at 2017, has done pretty darn good. I mean, we're looking at doing a double high. It might bust through, but we're only off by like $1 and some change, or about 90 cents about. So it could be busting through and head up higher. Seems like a good long-term position if you're stationed down here at the bottom. Let's look into more details about this, okay? So from year to date, they're up 3.04%. Their yield, and they have a PE ratio of 15.32%. Let's look at some of their holdings, my bad. And some of their holdings not too bad. Basic material, sitting almost 90% on stocks. Let's see what they own. They got Microsoft. So the biggest is this Investco, government agency, cool. Microsoft, Visa Class A. So they're pretty balanced outside that 7% over here. JP Morgan Chase, they're in some banks, Procter & Gamble, Walmart, Microsoft. So McDonald's. So there are some pretty good big ones right here. And if we look at this dividend on a chart compared with it, using a market watch, what I love to do. And then we get off here, it's knocked off. We don't need these indicators right here. Boom. So it's been out for a couple of years. So I mean, it's pretty. If you plot it, it's pretty consistent. The dividend has been pretty good. You're getting a dividend. We'll actually go into the chart right here. So the dividend's around 14 cents. So 14 cents each month is pretty darn good. Like, wow, like that can actually start paying off some good things. So we go back to the chart. You're earning 14 cents a month. Like, I don't know if you start thinking about like on like $1,000. Let me see what's my calculator at. In a second. So even with $1,000, how many shares you can get? Let's say you get a conservative, say $30, right? I'm getting 33 shares, 33 times 14 cents a month, getting $4.62 a month. Now, if you're buying with like margin, you're adding a lot more into it, you can find more risk into it. But $4.62 a month just in dividends is really darn good. Like annualized, you might be getting $55. That's like one share and some change. So you can start buying into other stocks, start buying into silver, or you can get into a lot of things with that kind of income. So it's actually not a bad one. And our next one we'll be looking at. Oh wait, did I mess up? Oh wow, I'm not sorry. This is not DIVO. This is CWP. Wow. So yeah, CW DIVO. I would say I didn't mess up at all. So that's the ticker for it. Now let's move on to the next one. All right, this is SVOL. Now SVOL has some plans that some issues down here. Like it's something like $5 now. But if this starts rallying back to these highs, dollar cost average again once a month, once a week, depending on how you buy. I mean, the stock's like $20, so it's not too expensive. So long-term growth with a dividend is, to me, one of the best combinations. I don't like it going down and you're buying continuously. I'm not a real big fan of that. But the yield's at 16.38%. There's no PE ratio. Let's see some of the holdings they have in this simplified volatility premium. So they're sitting on about 19.5% of bonds and the rest in stocks. Basically, U.S. government bonds. They have some simplified bond ETF, GGH, BUCK, and CYA. All right. See their option strategy. Do they have any calls and puts? You guys can see what they have out there for that and their holdings. But let's look into some of the details. SVOL. Let me see. Yeah, SVOL. So their annual dividend so far is $3.60 at 15.73%. So if you have a really good stacked buy, you're doing pretty good because they're paying about 30 cents per month. You start thinking about it, $20. I'm sorry, $1,000 into it. Say you bought around $20, 50 shares times 30 cents, getting $15 a month is pretty darn good. Like, you can do a lot with that. Sandwich. That's not a joking thing. But the next one is JEPI. I've covered this one in other videos, but I think it'd be important to talk about it again because it has been on a really good push up since this triple bottom right here to head up to these higher prices. I mean, once again, it's not a bad position, especially when it's going up like this. And if you got caught around here, you probably, with the dividends that have been coming in per month, I mean, you probably got back your principal, kind of, depending on where you're at up here. But if you're down here, you're doing pretty good overall, especially if you're recycling the money back into it and not investing into anything else. The PE ratio is kind of high for me. I don't like anything over 20, but not too bad. Well, we got some of the holdings. So 85% on stocks, Amazon, Microsoft, Intuit. So pretty big companies like normal. And if you look at the performance and the risk, I mean, you can look at their options too. But this gives you guys a good basis of what stocks to look at. Our next thing would be this dividend has been paid out $3.60 per year. Annual yield 6.44%. So they're paying from like 30 cents to about 40. Not too bad. You can do a lot with that kind of cash flow. And if you look at the chart compared to it, let's hit it on the candlestick. Dividends. All right, let's go back like 3 years. You start comparing it to the chart, it is pretty good. Have that stable income coming up. But that's just a review into that, so people will watch this video later. But here's my website, guys. If you want to learn more about trading Forex, trading, just trading in general, join the Discord. Talk about all that stuff when it comes to trading, investing, and yeah. Just want to go live and talk about this stuff. And yeah, have a nice day, guys. I'll see you.